Hello everybody, Timothy Bailey with Project Learn here with another video to start our week. Today we're going to look at careers. Okay, I have a big stack of cards that have careers on them, but we're going to look at just 6 today that Lucy picked out for us. Careers that she did not know what they were. Okay, now there's two things that often go together when students are learning about careers or when teachers are teaching about careers. Right? So the one is career. What is a career? The other is what is a job. Okay? These two are similar and sometimes the same, but sometimes they're not the same. Some differences. A career is usually the area in which a person works. Okay? The whole overall field, right? Say teaching, right? I am a teacher, right? That is my career. Okay? It's also an area of work a person has devoted their time and education to. Okay, so I went to school to be a teacher, right? I spent 20 years as an accountant. Okay, so that was my career. Jobs, on the other hand, right? A job is often a particular activity from which someone earns money. Okay, so in college, I was a dishwasher. I washed dishes at a restaurant. That was my job, right? It was not a career. I did not do that for a long time. I do not still do that. I didn't go to school to do that, okay? And another thing that's very important is it was a position or an area of work that was temporary and which I wasn't truly devoted to, right? My life's calling was not to be a dishwasher, right? It could have been, but for me it was not. I wanted to be a teacher, okay? So we're going to look at some cards here, and I want you to think, is this a career, right? Or is this just a job that I have right now, right? Or I could have right now. And some of them could be both. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this out here. I'll show it to you and then I'll read what it says on the bottom. Right, so here's the first one. See the man there? Excuse me, what does it look like he does? You've probably gone to see this person before, and you might know this job in your first language. In English, this job is optometrist. You can see it down here at the bottom. Optometrist. Look here, I check your eyes and make sure they are healthy. Come and see me. So if you need glasses, you might go see the optometrist, right? To have them check your eyes with their machine and then see if you can read the letters, and then they will give you your glasses. So optometrist, what do you think? A career or a job? Probably a career, right? Because it takes schooling to do this. It takes training to do this. It takes time to learn to become an optometrist. So people don't really do this, right, as a job. Okay, so we're going to say career for optometrist. How about this person? You can see them there. What does it look like they are doing? Looks like they have some things here, maybe for sale, right? Different things for sale. Balloons, snacks, right? This is a stadium vendor. A stadium vendor. Popcorn, soda, souvenir. I have it all handy at the ball game or circus, right? So this person is selling snacks and souvenirs, things you buy, right? Like the pendants and the balloons, right, for when you go to a game. So if you go to a baseball game or a football game, you might see them. Other activities too, you might see a vendor, right, as well. A vendor is just a person who sells, right? So here's vendor, a person who sells. Stadium is the place where we watch sports, usually like a football game, right? What do you think? A career or a job? It certainly could be both, right? So someone might love this job and want to do it for the rest of their lives, or they might retire from their first career and choose this as a second career. I would say often this is a job, right? People might do this in the summer during baseball season. They might do it while they're in college. And then later, they move on to their career. So it could be both, probably a job, right? Usually. How about this person? What do you think this person does? This person is a welder, right? A welder, if I can get it there so you can see it, right? I know how to put metal pieces together. I'm very careful when using my torch. And here is the torch. So the welder melts a little bit the pieces of metal or joins them together. Okay. What do you think? Is this a career or is this a job? Again, could be either, right? A person might learn to do this, and they could do it maybe while they're going to school or something like that, or as a hobby, right? My nephew, who is in school, does this as one of his hobbies. I would say this is probably a career usually, right? Because people do often go to some sort of school or a training program to learn how to do this, even if they're learning from another person who has been doing it for a while. But often this is a very nice job for people to have, right? Because we need welding all over the country and all over kind of the world, right? So people might choose this as a career. This person. You've probably seen this person before. If you go in to get a coffee or something at a place like Starbucks, right? I love to make coffee in the morning. Well, I like it in the afternoon too. Well, I like it any time, really. This is a barista, right? A barista is the person who makes and gets your coffee together for you, or any sort of drink at a cafe or a coffee shop, right? What do you think? Is this a career or a job? You're right. It could be both again, right? However, often, right, it is a job, right? Again, college students might do this. People might do this as a second part-time job to make some extra money, right? So typically, I would say this is a job. However, it can certainly be a career, right, if people love doing it and they want to get more training and things to do this. And if they want to do it, for the rest of their working lives. A barista. How about this person? What does it look like he is doing? Yep, he has a mop here. He has some trash. Right, this person is a janitor. Do you know why offices and schools look nice in the morning? I clean them in the evening. Right, so a janitor, also known as a custodian, right, is the person who cleans and helps maintain, to some degree, the offices and schools where we work and learn. Right, they make it look nice for us, so when we come to the office, when we come to school, it looks sort of brand new, right, nice and clean. A very valuable job or career. What do you think? Excuse me. Again, like the others, it could be both, right? There are certainly people who, when they get this job, right, they enjoy it. They enjoy being at schools. They enjoy sort of working maybe in the evening in the office when no one's there, right? There are things they love about the job, so they turn it into a career. And there are also people who might do it, for example, as a summer job when the school is closed. Every week they go in, make sure it's clean, make sure everything's how it's supposed to be, right? And then they move on later to something else, right? Or again, as a part-time job. Some places, some offices may not have full-time janitors, so you might do this as a part-time second job for some extra money again, okay? So again, this one could be both. I think many schools, it is a career, right? The person spends their day there, just like students and teachers and everybody else, and they love doing this, being around the students. Okay. And the last one. You may have never seen this person before, but then again, if you watch the NBA, like I know many students around the world do, you've probably seen this person before. Follow the rules when you play sports. Play fair and always listen to me. I am a referee. A referee. Right, so a referee is the person who makes sure the game is being played how it's supposed to be played, that people are following the rules. And when they break the rules, the referee is the one, right, who follows the rules and says, this is what you must now do because you broke the rules. Okay, and you can see the referee here has the whistle. So when there's a foul, when there's some breaking of the rules, the referee blows the whistle and it makes the loud noise, right? What do you think for this one? A career or a job? Again, all right, we'll say both for this one. I will say this. When people get a referee job in professional sports, and even probably college sports, it is usually a career, right? The people love doing it. They love the sport. They love being around all of the people. They love the game. So they turn it into a career. However, there are a lot of young people and older people who are retired from their career who will be a referee for little kids' sports, right? And then it's sort of a job that they do, right? Also a career, right? Or a hobby. And so this one can be both ways. Now we call them referees. We call them referees in basketball, right? Other sports, we call them umpires. It's sort of the same position, the people who make sure you follow the rules, okay? All right. So we looked through all of those. Let's go over the ones that we learned today. Optometrist. Optometrist. Right? This is the person who checks your eyes when you need glasses. Make sure you can see. The stadium vendor. The stadium is the place where we play sports. Right? There are other names. The vendor is the person selling the snacks and the drinks and the souvenirs. The welder. Welder. The person who joins metal together with the torch, right? The fire. The barista, right? The barista, this is the person who brings you your coffee or drink at a cafe. The janitor or custodian, this is the person who helps make sure the classroom and the office is nice and clean when we come in the next day. And the last one, the referee. The referee is the person in a game, right, who makes sure that we follow the rules when we're playing sports. Here are some links, okay, for you. The first one has a lot of vocabulary about jobs, as does the second one. Right, this is a sort of an interactive matching of careers. And then this one talks about the differences between jobs and careers, keeping in mind that jobs and careers really can be the same. You can get a job and turn it into a career, right? And people might also retire or leave their first career to start a new one. I hope that was helpful. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.